Welcome to This Week in Taiwan. I'm Iris Xu. Every Saturday, we break down the biggest stories making headlines across the country. From politics and policy to culture and the unexpected. Whether you are tuning in from Taipei or halfway around the world, we've got you covered with what you need to know to stay in the loop. Taiwan is home to 23 million people, and you might think what happens on this small island doesn't affect you. But in reality, it is quite the contrary. From geopolitics to global supply chains, Taiwan is more connected to your life than you might expect. So let's get into this week's news and see just how interconnected we really are. World-renowned free solo climbing legend Alex Honnold on Sunday scaled the 508-meter-tall Taipei 101 using only his hands. He reached the summit without wearing or using any safety equipment or climbing aids, setting a new record in free climbing history. Honnold's feat was live-streamed globally on Netflix, putting Taiwan in the extreme sports international spotlight. His climbing speed exceeded expectations. The scheduled live-stream runtime was 2 hours, but he reached the lightning rod on top of the tower in just 1 hour and 33 minutes. The event was originally scheduled for Saturday but was delayed to the following morning due to unfavorable weather. Large crowds of local and international spectators gather around the skyscraper early Sunday morning for the chance to witness the historic climb up close. This climb is considered the largest-scale urban free solo climb in history. Honnold chose Taipei 101 not only because its structure makes it one of the few skyscrapers suitable for climbing, but also because obtaining official permission for such a climb is so rare. President Lai Ching-te congratulated Honnold on completing the challenge, saying that through this event, the world not only saw Taipei 101 but also the passion of Taiwan's people and the beautiful hills and scenery surrounding the city. On Monday, President Lai Ching-te met with delegations from the 2025 International Youth Ambassadors Exchange Program and Young Agricultural Ambassadors New Southbound Policy Exchange Program. Last year, more than 1,400 youth participated in the Taiwan Global Pathfinders Initiative. The president emphasized that investing in youth is investing in the future, and he hopes that going international becomes achievable for every Taiwanese youth.
This year, the government will expand the program's scale and quotas to better meet young people's needs, giving disadvantaged, rural, indigenous, and special needs children more chances to pursue dreams abroad.
Lai praised the 47 youth ambassadors' achievements as a model of public diplomacy, helping Taiwan reach the world and letting the world see Taiwan. He thanked the Foreign and Agriculture Ministries for organizing the programs, which have engaged over 2,000 participants in more than a decade. Last year, they linked indigenous diplomacy and agricultural diplomacy by sending indigenous agricultural youth ambassadors to Australia. The president urged the ambassadors to promote Taiwan as a free, democratic, diverse, and vibrant place, inviting the world to walk into Taiwan and feel Taiwan's beauty.
China's top military leadership is undergoing its most dramatic shakeup in decades as President Xi Jinping tightens control over the armed forces. The Chinese Communist Party held a high-level leadership seminar on January 20, but state television footage showed several senior figures missing from the opening session. Among them was Central Military Commission Vice Chairman Zhang Youxia, long regarded as Xi's closest ally within the People's Liberation Army. Days later, Chinese authorities confirmed that Zhang and Central Military Commission member Liu Zhenli were under investigation for serious violations of discipline and law. With their removal, 5 of the commission's 7 members have now fallen, leaving only Xi Jinping and discipline chief Zhang Shenming in place. Zhang Youxia's downfall is particularly significant as vice chairman of the Central Military Commission. He ranked second only to Xi in the military hierarchy. In a political system where control of the military underpins ultimate authority, Zhang was widely seen as the most powerful figure beneath the party leader. Zhang was one of the few senior officers with combat experience and had remained in office well past the customary retirement age. But since 2023, signs of intensifying power struggles within the military had drawn outside attention. The purge follows the earlier removal of another vice chairman and continues a sweeping campaign that had targeted rocket forces, regional commanders, and defense industry executives. Analysts say the removals consolidate Xi's political power, but risk hollowing out operational leadership within the military. For now, China's top command structure has been reduced to its narrowest core in decades, raising questions about stability, readiness, and long-term consequences of Xi's relentless campaign to reshape the armed forces. Joey Chow for RTI News.
The central bank announced Tuesday that Taiwan's new series of the new Taiwan Dollar banknotes, initiated on October 23, 2025, will carry the theme Taiwan's Beauty to boost public recognition and build social consensus. It has proposed 12 denomination themes for online voting on the bank's website. The poll runs from now until February 13th. Central Bank Issuance Bureau Director Deng Yanda explained the voting details on Tuesday. He noted that the voting approach draws from international examples, such as Switzerland's time-themed notes featuring light, wind, and water, or Norway's ocean-inspired designs with lighthouses and Atlantic cod to showcase maritime wealth. The 12 themes aim to highlight Taiwan's beauty, including harmonious consensus for the island's diverse ethnic groups, sustainable development for net zero efforts balancing growth, environment, and equity, sportsmanship symbolizing perseverance, architectural beauty blending tradition, modernity, and multiculturalism, technological innovation for resilient R&D leadership, and women's glory for gender equality progress.
These past 2 days, both in Taiwan and around the world, Taipei 101 has created a buzz. Actually, Taipei 101 is an architectural beauty that not only represents technology but also environmentalism. Everyone knows 101 is a super green building, a truly fantastic green building. Having 101 is a source of pride for Taiwan. Furthermore, our strategic shield is in building technological innovation.
Deng added that gathering public input on note themes is common in Europe and the United States. For example, the United Kingdom's 6 planned themes for public voting, Switzerland's pre-designed public proposals, and South Korea's telephone surveys to heighten societal buy-in.
Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council Deputy Minister Shen Youzhong said on Tuesday that China lacks readiness for short-term military action against Taiwan due to internal problems. However, he stressed that Chinese infiltration persists, so MAC is pursuing 3 key strategies: reviewing and refining regulations, exposing suspicious exchange patterns, and strengthening public education on recognizing Chinese influence tactics. In an interview with Polish radio reporters, part of the Foreign Ministry and Radio Taiwan International training program for Ukrainian journalists, Shen said the Russia-Ukraine war has taught Chinese leaders about the perils of war. He added that MAC sees no signs of an imminent large-scale invasion and that ongoing People's Liberation Army purges, including the reported arrest of the Central Military Commission Vice Chairman Zhang Youxia, signal deeper problems. Shen's priorities focus on Beijing's multifaceted pressure, especially on social division through united front tactics. MAC's response is to refine regulations, expose risky exchanges with national security or propaganda concerns, and educate the public on mental resilience to complement military efforts. Emphasizing unity similar to Ukraine's, Shen underscored the importance of sovereignty and democracy for the Republic of China rather than party affiliation. The 1.25 trillion NT dollar special national defense budget bill submitted by the cabinet in November 2025 has been blocked 10 times by the Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party and has yet to enter the review process. The TPP caucus has now introduced its own version of an arms procurement bill, cutting the proposed budget to 400 billion NT dollars and advocating for a one-year-at-a-time budgeting approach. President Lai Ching-te suggested during an interview on Tuesday that the legislature should not overstep its bounds as an oversight body and leave defense-related matters to the Defense Ministry. He stressed that the constitutional system must maintain a clear division of labor and cooperation. The cabinet's proposal, which would amount to roughly 150 to 160 billion NT dollars annually, aims to build a Taiwan shield, establish a smart integrated offense and defense system, and promote the sustainable development of the defense industry. These components, he said, are all interconnected and indispensable.
If you provide only a quarter of the funding, would the Taiwan Shield have only a quarter of the functionality? That's effectively no functionality at all. The shield is like an umbrella. It needs to be complete to shelter you from the rain. Allocating a quarter and budgeting year by year doesn't make sense.
As for opposition demands that the president personally address the legislature on the defense budget before allowing it to proceed to review, Lai said that they may invite him to deliver a national security briefing, or he could seek approval to do so. Regarding Taiwan-U.S. trade negotiations, Lai said Taiwan expended a great deal of effort to secure a 15% tariff rate that does not stack. He urged opposition parties to avoid scorched earth tactics that would negate these efforts and negatively impact the economy. Opposition Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party lawmakers once again blocked the annual central government budget, the Fiscal Allocation Act, and, for the 10th time, the 1.25 trillion NT dollar draft special act on procurement aimed at enhancing the nation's defense resilience and asymmetric capabilities on the agenda at their final meeting on Tuesday. The current legislative session will end on January 31st. Premier Zhou Rongtai stated on Wednesday ahead of a seminar that with only 3 days left, the total budget has been delayed 153 days, noting that the delay hampers national policy direction and progress this year. Despite exhaustive efforts over the past month for dialogue, communication, and negotiation with opposition parties, access has been completely denied. With the Lunar New Year approaching, he urged everyone to sit down and have a proper conversation. The premier stressed rational dialogue as key to resolving issues. He hopes post-holiday talks lead to a budget review, restoring normal development so people receive due care.